Namaskar, I am Sandeep Chaudhary, working as Assistant Professor in Department of Electrical Engineering, AI SSMS IOIT Pune. This presentation is about dielectric heating. The contents are working principle of dielectric heating, equivalent circuit and phasor diagram, the equation of power loss in dielectric heating, and applications of dielectric heating. Alignment, which was shown in previous sketch, it will be altered after every half cycle because the supply shown in previous slide consists of two metal plates separated by the material to be heated, which is in the form of, say, dielectric material. So it's nothing but a capacitor. The capacitor is not pure, so we show a resistance in parallel to it, and this parallel combination connected across alternating voltage source. So the circuit draws current I, total current, which gets distributed at this node as IC passing through the capacitance of the substance, and the leakage factor is taken care by IR. We show a resistance in parallel to the capacitance. So this is equivalent circuit for the dielectric heating. The phasor diagram can be plotted accordingly, taking voltage as a reference horizontal. The resistive current IR will be shown in phase with voltage, and the charging current IC leading voltage by 90 degrees. The summation of these two currents is the total current I, phasor summation. So this is about phasor diagram. This angle delta created between IC and I is known as the loss angle, and theta is called as internal angle. The power loss involved in dielectric heating is given by P equal to 2 pi Fc V square tan delta, where F is the frequency of applied voltage. We have to apply high frequency in megahertz to get more heat loss, more dielectric loss. C is the capacitance of the substance or specimen which is to be heated, it is in farad. V is the applied voltage, and tan delta is loss angle. So this much power is there, which ultimately causes heating of the substance. The applications of dielectric heating are listed: food processing, it is used for various applications such as concentrating liquids within the bottles, then food cooking without removing its outer shell, defrosting, dehydrating, germicidal heating. So this is there in food processing. Preheating of plastic, it is one of the significant applications of dielectric heating, because no other method can perform this in a uniform manner. The raw plastic material, it is in the form of biscuits or tablets.
It is also known as plastic preform. And to convert a bulk of these biscuits or tablets into specific shape, they are kept in the required mold, and with the help of dielectric heating they are heated. So this is about preheating of plastic. Then sterilization, as we know, medical equipments are sterilized. The equipments, scissors, cutters, and bandages, cotton, etc., they cannot be heated by flame. So with dielectric heating the sterilization process is carried out. Then diathermy includes heating of human body tissues and bones. So the electrodes are kept or wound over specific part of body, and specific frequency is applied across this electrode, and this causes the heating of tissues. Electronic sieving is a process in which plastic sheets or umbrellas, raincoats, medicine containers, the suits which are worn by medical persons, and laboratory equipment handling persons, they are heated with dielectric heating. As we know, the material with plastic films cannot be joined with ordinary stitching, so the heat is applied over specific areas, and the sealing is done because of dielectric heating. In tobacco processing, the tobacco is to be heated at specific temperature, so dielectric heating is very useful in such cases. So this is about applications of dielectric heating. So in this PPT we have seen the dielectric heating working principle, phasor diagram, the equivalent circuit, and applications of dielectric heating. For more information you can log on to www.aissmsiot.org. Thank you.